Hey, Mike, we're ready when you guys are. 4 rounds today. Grab a pen there.
4 rounds?
Yeah.
No, I didn't feel it. Thank you, though. All right. Taking 2 pins.
You can take 4 of those sheets today. We'll have 4 rounds today. And we'll kind of explain everything else as we go, but it should be pretty straightforward for you. A little slow start here, but we'll get going as soon as we can for you. Yeah, I know something went stupid.
Wasn't sure if you knew.
Something went stupid. Hey, how are you? How are you? Good. Be great. Would be down. I would be down for that get down. Fair play. I respect that. Okay. Good evening, everybody. Welcome down to Cranky's Den. We're going to get started with trivia here in just a minute or two. If you'd like to join us, why don't you come on up, grab 4 flips and a pen. And again, we'll get started here just as soon as possible. Let me know if you have any questions. Hi.
How are you?
I'm good.
Good. Rolling down the announcing table.
Right.
Yeah, I don't like not being able to see a single screen when there's sometimes like a 15-second delay.
You want to stay here?
All right. Try the feedback from that mic. Do you have a second to try to fix that TV? I messed that up for a reason. You just come around here and start messing with my business. You told Mike what?
I said we got to buy new ones.
Yeah.
Plus, there's not many in there.
Yeah, these are like mine. I keep for scoring, but I got through a lot of Sharpies with this too. It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Hey, friends, this is your last call to come grab some trivia slips if you'd like to play along. And it is free. We'll have you out of here by 9:30. And it'll be a good time for everybody. Oh, those are mine. There's a whole stack right there. Jeez Louise. Treated like you're on her. All right. Teams, the ones we have going. We'll have 4 rounds, 10 questions each question worth 1 point. But if you see in the top right corner of your sheet, there is a star question mark. If you circle the hell out of that star, that will double your points for that whole round. So if you get 8 correct, you'll get 16 total points. You can only use your star 1 time, so use it wisely. We don't do any kind of repeats down here, but I'll give you plenty of time to take notes and time at the end of each round. Prizes tonight, as always, first place is a $30 drink card. Second place, a $20 drink card. Third place, a surprise prize, which tonight is this beautiful picture of a mad cow. He's pissed. So that could be yours if you do well, but not too well down here tonight. We also have an even dumber prize for best team name. So come up with something witty or shitty. Either way works for me. We only have 4 rules, so please follow them. First of all, no cell phones out during rounds at all. Feel free to narc on your neighbors. We also have a 6-person team limit. If you have more than 6, that's fine. You can still play, but you can't win. And I need you to mark that clearly at the top of your sheets. Please keep your answers quiet. Don't shout out any random guesses or try to distract anyone else, please. And last but not least, remember, it is just trivia, so simmer down. You find your hands sweating and your fists clenching, just breathe. It's just some dumb trivia. So with all that being said, make sure your team name is at the top. We're going to dive right into round number 1 here. And our first round tonight is new news. This is news that's happened in the last week. Things that have happened in the last week. Yes, you could just write Pope Francis on every line. Don't worry. Let's move right into question number 1. Again, new news. For the first time, the White House solicited corporate sponsors for what annual event that was held on Monday? Be specific. And keep your guesses quiet, please. If I can hear you, so can other people. We'll be moving on about 10 seconds. So if you need some more time, take some notes now. And we'll move on in about 10 seconds. On to question number 2 in our new news round on Tuesday, this Tuesday, a jury found the New York Times did not commit libel of what former VP candidate after an error in a 2017 editorial. Name that former VP candidate. Question number 3 this week. What Algerian citizen and U.S. permanent resident lived his son's birthday after being detained by ICE? Or last name? Spelling doesn't matter, but it must be phonetically correct. Born our news round, scientists reported it has cloned gray wolves with 20 different gene edits, and they called them what? Name what the bioscience calls them. Question number 5. What county, with its seat in Bozeman, reported 5 cases of measles, the first in Montana in 35 years? Name the county, which county seat is Bozeman. Again, take some notes. We'll have 2 minutes at the end of this round to check your answers. Question number 6. Secretary Pete Hegseth was found to have sent highly sensitive information to a second group chat using what open source messaging service? Second service or second chat, same as the first. What service did he use? And second. Moving on to question number 7 in our new news round. Basic information about COVID testing and vaccines disappeared from sites, being replaced by what alliterative fringe theory of its origins? Read that over. Give me the answer. And second. Question number 8 in new news. April 18th marked the 30th anniversary of what domestic terrorist attack? Give me the most common name for it. Two. Number 9, just 2 more questions here. What Montana plant rated the highest emitter of harmful cancer-causing air toxins in the entire country will not be subject to emission standards? Name that Montana power plant. And seconds. I have a question about the poem. Oh, wait, I don't care. Question number 10. After surpassing $1 billion in total sales in 3 years, Montana lawmakers approved new limits on what industry? Name that industry. Good. Madness today. Right there, right.
Did you go to the meal?
I did, yeah.
It was really cool. Yeah. I was like, well, this is something to sell.
All right, folks, that's going to do it for round number one. I'll set your 2-minute timer right now. Your clips need to be turned in and double checked in 2 minutes upside up on the table here next to the tip jar. Hit in the judge. One minute down, 1 minute to go to get all those slips turned in upside down right in the middle of the table. Thank you very much.
Right here, Mike. Thank you.
And last call for slips, folks. Just about 5 seconds left. I'll get these scored as quickly as possible. Then we'll choose those answers and move right along to round number two.
We're going to. Victory party. Wild.
I don't know, man. Alrighty, crew, let's check those answers. See how your team did. Generally a good round for everybody. Corporate sponsors for none other than the, I don't know what it really is, but the Easter egg roll. Not hunt, but roll. That former VP person that could see, she can see Russia from her house. That's Sarah Palin. As if she didn't dig herself enough of a hole herself. She's like, it's all the New York Times' fault. That Algerian resident that missed the birth of his son, that's Mahmoud Khalil. Mahmoud Khalil. I did take Mahmoud or Khalil. Fossil Biosciences created wolves that they're calling dire wolves, including one named Khaleesi, which I was like, that's just tacky, you guys. That's like you're mixing genres. Don't do that. You're mixing, don't do that. Bozeman, from a bunch of unvaxxed people, got measles there. That's Gallatin County. Gallatin. Pete Hegseth was using something I've never really used. Signal. Don't worry, it's open source. I'm sure it's really, really encrypted. So they took down all the basic information and put up a really slick website that just says lab leak, with like some flashy like graphics and stuff. But if you want to find out about basic symptoms, good luck. April 18th marked the 30th anniversary of what we generally call the Oklahoma City bombing. I really hope nobody just walked in and heard you all cheer when I said Oklahoma City bombing. Wackos. The nastiest, most harmful power plant in the nation. That's in beautiful Colstrip, Montana. Oh, just gorgeous out there. Oh, it is Colstrip. I did put Colstrip there. I've had the tip. It's not very impressive. Frankly, the whole thing isn't exciting either. And I won't get into semantics here, but that billion-dollar industry in the last 3 years is cannabis. I did take marijuana, but if you ever want to get nerdy for a second, you should look up the origins of the word marijuana and realize how disturbingly racist it is. That's why we say cannabis, you guys. It's just so much cooler. But I did take marijuana. And here are our scores, folks. Just 14 teams tonight. I mean, in a nice, small, tight little group here. And look how easy that is to check all the scores. So currently in first place with 20 points is Flat Earth Day, question mark, because they used their star, got a perfect score. Uranus is always the answer, got 9 and started. And third place, Life's a Breach, and then nothing happens. That was at 14 points. I might have given it to him already for this one, but I still just love the hell out of it. Proud to be a Merkin was my favorite team name tonight. They should come on up and get their prize. It's this nice little piece of like pottery that can hang on a wall, and it literally says most puppy greetings. No punctuation, no explanation. Eliza made it, we know that, but most puppy greetings. If you ever figure out what the hell that means, please let me know.
Beautiful. They're beautiful.
No, that's moist puppy greetings are beautiful. All righty, folks. We're off to a good start here. All the teams got some good points on the board. Let's move it right on through to round number two. Round number two, as always, going to be a good old random round. 10 random questions for you. Try to tickle your little noggins. And that being said, again, make sure your team name is at the top. Don't forget about those stars as we move through. And let's dive right into round number 2, our random round. Question numero uno. New York City's Chrysler Building is considered a prime example of what design style? Question number 2 in our random round. What was the name of the NASA mission that first landed a man, ladies, on the... Sorry, I didn't mean anything by that. Question number 3 in random. Rabat is the capital of what country? Rabat.
Thanks very much for having me on.
And just a reminder, spelling doesn't matter, but it has to be phonetically correct. And seconds, take some notes if you need to. Time for the season here. According to the 12 days of weeping. Question number 5 in our random round. What old folk hero was famously shot in the back during a poker game in Deadwood at that point in the Dakota Territory? Name that, frankly, guy that was mostly full of BS. Question number 6, old school advertising. Elsie the cow. What other bovine mascot? Words that are out there, both still used to this day. Yeah, what am I not getting? Like, what meal should I be getting that I'm not getting?
Gross. We can stuff it. We can stuff it with meat if you wanted to. I like your
Yeah, that was great. Thanks. I don't have actually looked at the menu in a million years. So just
Teriyaki. That's how I do it too.
okay, yeah, whatever you say. 10 seconds. Number 7 in our random round. What 1860s historical novel features over 500 characters and over 1,000 pages in most editions?
Before I
He's fired. You're fired.
I'm sorry. Well, I hate it here.
I'm the new manager now, so you probably do.
Is it Canterbury Tales?
No, it's like 1860s. Canterbury Tales like 1400.
Oh, yeah.
10 seconds. Question number 8, just 3 more in our random round. What 1942 naval engagement, a turning point in the Pacific theater, saw the sinking of 4 Japanese aircraft carriers? Name that engagement. In random at 55% by mass. Where's the most common element? And one sports ball question of the night. What word describes the goalie style in hockey, wherein the goaltender drops to their knees to cover the lower half of the net with their leg pads? Name that. It's a flat black ball sport, but it's still sports ball to me. And just like that, round number 2 is through. Your 2 minutes start right now to get over your answers, get your sheets turned in upside down next to the picture. And don't forget about those stars. Thanks, Steve.
Number 9 is most common by weight,
By mass.
by mass. All right.
Which is different than weight sometimes, but. Also, please, if you have a team over 6 and you're not figuring out your own way to keep that fair, make sure to mark that on the sheet, please. One minute now, less than a minute to go. And last call for left. And last call for all flips. I'll get these scores as quickly as possible. Right on to round number 3. All right, friends, let's check those answers for round number 2. Round here, your mixed bag of scores. Prime example of Art Deco. Art Deco. That first mission to land a human on the moon was Apollo 11. Apollo 11. For the 3 teams that put Apollo 13, that's kind of famously didn't work out. Rabat is the capital of Morocco. Morocco. We have 12 drummers drumming, 11 pipers piping, 10 lords a leaping, 9 ladies dancing, 8 maids a milking, 5 golden rings. That guy that got famously shot in the back in Deadwood, that's Wild Bill Hickok. 2 teams just put Wild Bill, and unfortunately there's tons of Wild Bills in history, so I couldn't take it. Just a reminder, always be as specific as possible, please. Elsie the cow had a long-standing salacious relationship. You could probably guess it was some kind of bull. She was into it. That's Elmer the bull of Elmer's Glue. From the 40s to the 60s, they were married. Borden shut down. Elmer split off into a different group. But they still use it for Borden's, and they do still use it for Elmer's, obviously. He loves it because it's made of his hooves. If you hear 1860s long-ass novel, there's only one real good guess about that. That's War and Peace. War and Peace. think most of you got that one. Also, most of you got here number 8, that battle that changed Pacific Theater. That was Battle of Midway. Okay, we are carbon-based life forms, but that's a little more complicated than you might think. By mass in the body, 65% of the body is oxygen. Oxygen. And there were some good guesses on this one. I wouldn't have known because, again, I just don't care. But a goalie that uses that as a technique, that is considered a butterfly style. Butterfly. Well, let's see how your team did by checking your scores here. 20 to 30 possible points at this point, depending on if you use your star or not. Currently still in the lead is Flat Earth Day. Uranus' answer is in second place with 25, and Poop McBud has moved up to third place. Let's check an answer here real quick, and then we'll get back to your questions.
Older versions had 11 words. I would say 11 and 10 should be good answers.
Nope, not going to take it. The popular one, the one that you know that we sang in school.
I think
You didn't? 12 drummers drumming, 11 pipers piping, 10 words a weeping. I was pointing out, by the way, that in much older versions of 12 Days of Christmas, there was 11 Lords a Leaping. I decided I don't care, because in the one we all were forced to sing at school, over and over and over again. Missoula Public's Russell Elementary, known for their just wild and crazy activism. All right, let's move on to round number 3. This will be a photo round, so please make sure you can see one of the TVs fairly clearly. You won't need too much detail, though, because we're going to ask you about corporate logos. I'm going to show you 10 logos, and you tell me WTF they are. And with that being said, you'll have a little bit less time. It's hard to repeat on these, so make sure that you take some notes. I'll start off nice and easy here for you with question number 1. Name the company that this logo represents. When possible, be specific. Mike, can I get another question? 10 seconds. Moving on to number 2. Name the company that this logo represents. Okay. You guys don't know a lot of these. You should be playing along.
What is this question?
Corporate logos. So, like, what? There's going to be some you definitely know. Mike will know the rest. I'm just saying. Just standing around. 10 seconds. And on number 3, name the corporate logo. And on to number 4, name the company. Moving on to number 5. Name the corporation that this is their logo. Moving on to number 6. Name the corporate logo. Keep your guesses quiet, folks. If I can hear you from other people. And to name the company by its logo. Ten seconds. Eight. Name the logo. More here. This one's taking a second to load, so be patient. Wait for it, like 90s porn. You have to wait for it. Name the company. And name the corporation by its logo.
Right here for you, upside down. Thanks, but
10 seconds. And just like that, round number 3 is over. You have 2 minutes to check all your answers over. Let's get those turned in as quickly as possible. Then I'll score them. We got one more round of trivia here for you. One minute down, 1 minute to go. Please turn them in upside down. That's the tip jar. Hit, that's bad.
I knew once Adobe was thinking.
It was still, it's, you know. Last call for slips. You have about 10 buckets of slips turned in, please. And all slips should be in. We'll score these as quickly as possible here for you, folks. Don't forget, folks, if you're out Monday nights kicking around from 5 to 9, Craig Sims doing their service industry night. You don't even need to be in the service industry. Come on down and get some great deals of tacos, wings, and great drinks for a very good price. Okay, come on down Monday nights 5 to 9 for that. Also, the kitchen will close in about 10 minutes if you need to get a snack. Wave down one of your servers. The kitchen will close in about 10 minutes. Hey, off and they definitely come down on Tuesdays for bingo, 7:30 to 9:30. Had some slow weeks recently with an average of about $300 a pop, but when things are kicking down here, we max out at $600 for bingo, for God's sake. So get your butts down here if you're free on a Tuesday. And now let's check those answers to round number 3. Really good round for most of you. It's almost like corporate branding works for some reason. This one was back in the days, just so frustrating you have to download. That's Adobe systems, Adobe in general. Few people guess Hallmark on this one. Not a bad guess. Wrong, but not a bad guess. That's Rolex. I'm sure we all have plenty of those in our closet. This hand, at least since 2003, I believe, has represented Marriott Hotels. Marriott. Brick phone you could throw against the wall. That is Motorola. Motorola. Indestructible. Yeah, I know that, but Motorola made shitty ones too that were strong. A lot of people, some guests of Qantas and a couple other things were close on that one. We were looking specifically for Boeing. That is Boeing. They need to have a part of it falling off for their new modern logo.
We're doing trivia. Yeah, thanks, buddy.
And this is NVIDIA, one of the largest microprocessor companies in the world.
It is actually nice. It's just to hear your shit right now. Thank you so much.
See this on all sorts of random products are pretty kind of multi-branded nightmare. That's Unilever. If you can compare with the logo necessarily, but it is pretty clear. It's almost, I think everybody got it. That's Marlboro. Another thing I just have thousands of in my bedroom, along with my Rolexes. That's Versace. Versace. And last but not least, I think most of y'all got this one too. That's going to be Chase Bank. Chase Bank. So again, corporate sponsors or corporate logos have worked for a while. Branding is a thing. The fact that you guys knew almost all of those. Lots of people use their star. Let's see how your team did after 3 rounds now, 30 to 40 possible points. And we have moved up to having a tie for first place between Flat Earth Day and We'll Take the Cow in hypothetically second, but really third place. We have General Custer's Nutbusters. And tied for what would be fourth is Uranus is always the answer. And Nick Butt with 33 points. Means it's all going to come down to this final round for us. Final round. Final round should do a little bit differently here. So I don't think it should take too much explanation, but I will give you an example of what we're talking about. We're going to have a round of nemesis. I'm going to name who's usually considered to be the antagonist in a set of people, real and fictional, modern and old school. And you need to tell me who their nemesis is. So, for example, this is just for example, not number one. If I gave you Captain Hook, we're looking for the main protagonist against Captain Hook, which would be Peter Pan. Rufio's dead, baby. So with that being said, again, keep your answers quiet. Make sure you're keeping up on the lines. And we'll start off nice and easy here for you. We'll get a little more obscure as we go. Here's number one. Name the nemesis of this bad guy. And seconds. Moving on to number two. Who is the main nemesis of Inspector Javert? 10 seconds. General, considering history, who is the nemesis of Thomas Edison? 10. On to number 4, I'll just give you one word: Newman. I give other people hints or throw them off. 10 seconds. Number 5, Crawford. Ten seconds. Oh. 10 seconds. How about number 7? I take a couple answers for this one. Our number is round up number 8. So, 10 seconds. Number 9, Miss Ball. Ten seconds. Number 10, Mandy Campbell. 10 seconds. And just like that, round number 4 is over. I'll give you 2 minutes starting now to look over your questions. Turn them in face down to the tip jar, please. Conveniently right by the tip jar. Just conveniently. Super, just a coinky-dink. Coinky-dink. One minute down, 1 minute to go. Also, don't forget to use that star. If you haven't used it, I won't call it for you. Yeah, if you still haven't listened, bring it on. 10 seconds. You're so late. I mean, I'm done scoring. I'll give you. I'll look it over real quick. Though. Mostly just so we know if people are on their phones, it's okay. That's why I give you that 2 minutes. All right, friends. Thanks again for your patience. Another high scoring round. And I'll warn you now, we will need a tiebreaker between first and second place, but the cow has been clinched by our third place team. Lex Luthor is, of course, the arch nemesis of Superman. Lots of people guessed the Pink Panther for this one. Not a bad guess because it's an actor. French, weird, but we're actually looking for Jean Valjean. This is from Les Miserables by Victor Hugo. Madison may have had some squabbles with all sorts of people in his life, but one that has survived throughout history. We're looking for Nikola Tesla. Nikola Tesla. Dude, just because you're wrong doesn't mean you have to boo, okay? You can maybe just control your feelings. Okay, just keep that to yourself. Great. Okay. Newman is the very clear nemesis of Seinfeld. Jerry Seinfeld. Newman. Crawford had a thing where they really hated each other with Betty Davis. Betty Davis. Ooh, they hated each other. Well, as you probably knew, was the arch nemesis of Austin Powers. Shredder, I took a couple different answers for this. I took either Splinter or pretty much just the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in general. Grendel was the first big baddie that Beowulf had to fight. Agnes Trunchbull, kind of the arch nemesis of Matilda. Matilda. And Campbell had a few squabbles with lots of people, but the one that was the big deal and talked about the most was another model of color, Tyra Banks. Tyra Banks. Naomi was a little older and was a little pissed that Tyra was taking the very few jobs at the time that they would ever give to a model of color. Before we go any further and check those final scores, just a bit of self-promotion with some very poor tech behind it. Watch this slowly feed in. But again, if you enjoyed your free entertainment this evening, please feel free to throw a couple bucks in my jar, toss it on the Venmo. It really does help a lot if folks pitch in. I sure appreciate it. And with that being said, let's check your final scores. If you are one of the top two teams that need to do a tiebreaker, please come on up and get a different sheet, and we'll do that tiebreaker and find out who gets first and second. Thanks, bud. And here we are at the top. Actually, I wasn't here for you, but here we are at the top. We have a tie between We'll Take the Cow and Flat Earth Day between first and second. But General Custer's Nutbusters will come in third officially tonight, and they will get the cow. Thank you. He's really pissed. Look out. I like it. Like rubbing it in people's faces. He's like, suck this cow, bitches. All righty, let's pop on into our 2 seconds here. Here is our tiebreaker for our first and second place team. You can play along as well. Just keep your guesses quiet, please. Here's our tiebreaker question. According to wordcount.net, the best word count website, I guess, how many words are there in War and Peace, that novel? War and Peace. Remember, you got a couple clues earlier about how many characters and pages most versions are. I don't think that'll help you out much at all, though. And look for how many words we're guessing there are in, at least according to this website, the English version of War and Peace. Hey. All right, we already have one of our guesses in. We're waiting for the next group. You guys could maybe, I mean, they seem to be loving that cow, but you could offer a first or second prize too for the cow. You want to wheel a deal afterward. All right, folks, your time is getting short. We need the other guests from the other team, please. You always take forever, and it's always so wrong. All righty, we have two different guesses here. We'll Take the Cow has guessed 400,000. Flat Earth Day guessed 450,000. Actual answer, according to this random website that popped up twice, is 587,000 plus words. That means in first place tonight is going to be Flat Earth Day. Their guess of 450, and second place is going to be We'll Take the Cow. I don't know where the cards are. Wait, do you have the cards for chance? And that's going to do it for us tonight, folks. And thank you so much for coming down to Cranky Sam. We're down here every stinking Wednesday night, starting at 7:30 now that it's summertime. Again, if you like your prizes to be a little bit more than a cow picture, come on out for bingo. Again, some of our smallest pots are like $280, and they just go up, up, up from there. Simple $3 buy-in tends to be pretty fun. The host has been an asshole, but you'll put up with him, I promise.
Feeling good? Feeling good? Yeah. Yeah.
Really tiny stuff.
Yeah. Tiny fun. So, questions?
Words in one page.
Don't do this to me. I had this guy talking trash to me the whole time up here. I was like, listen, folks, no.
Thank you.
It was a good one. I do like it. I am, yeah. I'll actually be on time this time. It's a raging mess. Both years, I was like, I cannot believe this is happening again. Petey was covering me for something else, but she didn't have like a dongle. So I drove all over freaking town trying to find this freaking dongle. I was like later and later and closer and closer. I was like, I can't leave Petey high and dry. And then I get there, she's like, oh, I had one. And I was like, wow, Petey. Off and away somewhere fun?
Well, I mean, I've been home for a month.
Yeah. Where you get to go this time?
Just traveling.
Shits and giggles? Oh, work.
Yeah, but
You have a job? Those sound terrible.
sorry, man.
Everything I hear about them, I'm like, gross. I don't have one of those.
Hey, listen. Speaking of not having one of those,
Yes.
we thought of a topic that you might want to consider.
Oh, yes, please.
Mashups we want to see. So we were when you did Grendel and Beowulf, we were like, well, what if you had Hansel and Grendel?
Like change a letter.
Or change the name where it's like
Okay.
mashups, where it's
Sure.
Hansel and Gretel, it's Hansel and Grendel.
And he just eats Hansel right away and then goes and eats the witch.
Yeah. This,
Okay.
yeah. I mean, listen, just an idea,
I like
a funny.
Yeah, I'll be honest, this week I was like in a pretty good mood and I was like, these are hard enough. And now I'm like, oh, you just need it harder. People did 8s and 9s every round. What is this?
Oh, no, man. No.
We'll bring it on next week.
Yeah, good luck. All right, I'll see you.
Have a good match. Have a safe.
Nice job, Reed.
Hey, thanks, Bob. It happens.
It happens.
I stretched it to 9:23. I did my best.
That's okay.
Problem is when it only takes 5 minutes to score instead of 15 minutes, it's like, oh. Oh,
By the way, I thought you might like to know that sometimes your best team name prizes actually do have
I
value.
really want to see who did you put in this ugly frame.
Ryan's saying now,
So terrible.
Put this at the end of our table every Wednesday
I
night.
love that. That's really good. Be like, sorry, we're reserved. Plus, we're hardcore, so don't mess with us. We're gonna do kick flips and like ollies and stuff.
I can't have the time.
Love it. Good work. You haven't fought with me for like 3 weeks.
What was?
You haven't fought with me on answers for like 3 weeks.
No, you're doing good.
I was like, was he here? Oh, he's here. He hasn't come up to bitch at me at all. I'm so confused.
No, I haven't bitched at you for like months. Months, not just weeks.
Been a couple of months.
Oh,
Except
oh,
in the old version, it's
Oh.
11 Lords of Leaping.
oh, no.
I had a good friend of mine come
We
up
were
and
wrong.
I was like, she
No,
came
we
up,
were-
she was like,
we were
see,
wrong.
you see, in this old version,
Oh,
I was like, cool.
Well, okay. No. So that's funny. You think that I haven't bitched at you is my problem? No, that I haven't bitched on you is your problem. All right, it takes two to bitch.
I love it. Don't get me wrong. I'm all about it. Every so often, one of your teams will be like, hey, we just want to, and I was like, I've known him forever. He can come bitch at me all he wants.
No,
I might scream at him over the microphone because I'm busy, but I don't mind.
no.
I don't mind one little bit.
Stream because we're excited.
Exactly, and I know that. So it's all good in the hood.
You're not really bad.
That's
Actually, that's not true.